Hey guys, what's up? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the new Antiquities system, which was part of the new Greymore chapter. So let's go ahead and take a look. So what exactly is Antiquities? Well, Antiquities is basically another way to find, cool treasure. You can still go out into Tamrail and find, just your usual chests and so on. Um, But this is just a really cool alternate way to find stuff like treasures, uh, furniture, like furniture for your house or, rare armor pieces and so on. I will say this much though, if you're looking to actually get into Antiquities, you will have to have the Greymore chapter. And the reason for this is you actually have to talk to some people that will train you um, to do Antiquities. So you go to Western Skyrim and you go into Solitude, and more specifically you'll want to go into this building which has this symbol, and you'll be talking to a couple of people that will help you along, and you will acquire three things. The first thing is in your collections, and it's in your tools, and it's the Antiquarian's Eye, which will be used to, to focus to try to find a particular treasure. You'll also want to quick key it, and I'll explain why later on in the video. Now, the other things you will be getting is in your skills. It's actually the second and third thing. If you go to your world section, it's Excavation, which deals in digging up a particular item, and scrying, which you're searching for a particular treasure. Now, to get started, you'll go to your journal section and you go to Antiquities. Now you'll see something called a codex, and what this is like some of the the treasures that are available to you or that you found. All these areas will have a green tier treasure that you can actually find for free. You don't have to have a lead for it. Now essentially what a lead is you need that in order to scry for a particular treasure. Leads can be found anywhere. They can be in treasure chests. They can be found by beating certain bosses, and so on. Now, as you can see, some of these treasures are different colors. That just means they're more difficult to find. And with that, you have to have like higher ranks in order to find them. Now, in the case of this one, I'm in Deshaun right now, and I found 3 out of 3 of the coiled snake candlesticks, and that's what you're kind of shooting for at first is to find those 3 things. However, there are a couple of things about this. First off, when you're wanting to find a treasure in a particular area, for example, like Deshaun, you actually have to be in Deshaun. You can't sit there and scry for a treasure in Deshaun if you're in Cold Harbor, let's say. Another interesting thing is if you, even after you find all 3 of these treasures, you can continue to find the green tier, the basic green tier treasures just over and over again, just to be, get more experience and to build up your rank. So I'm just going to go ahead and just do this as an example. So what you want to do is you want to go into your Scrabble list, and I'm going to highlight and then tap X, and it's going to give me the eye, which I'm going to attempt to scry. And these swirling, glowing, areas, those are called, I think it's either fauces or foces. We'll just say fauces for now. And these other areas, those are your facets. And what you're essentially wanting to do is you're wanting, incidentally, skip the stuff that's on the top. It has the triangle and the L1, because you're going to get that later. What I'm trying to do is just keep this as basic as possible for some of your beginner players. But anyway, what you want to do is you want to start at the top of this like crystal right here, and you're wanting to connect all these foces or fauces together. With facets, and you don't have to go all the way around and to connect it back to the crystal. You just have to have them connected together. Now, you could connect them like, you know, one facet at a time, but what you're really shooting for is groups. So the more cluster, you know, the more facets you have in the cluster, the better off you are. And since this is the easier one, it shouldn't be too terribly bad. So I'm just going to go ahead and highlight and tap X, and you just keep doing that, you know, just connecting each one. Like I said, since this is like essentially an easier one, this shouldn't be, you know, too terribly bad. And well, I make it because you only wind up having so many turns that you can actually do in order to try to focus it. Which I don't think on this one I'm going to make it. I could technically cheat and do an advanced version of this, but I just want to show you. Okay, no, I can do it. And now that I have everything connected up, it's going to show my progress. And check marks all, you know, everything, and it focuses it on one particular point on the map, which is right over here. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to travel to the site. Now let's say you didn't get 3 of the fossies. Then what it does then is it'll give you 3 different areas to explore. And each one of these areas, you know, there's going to be a treasure that you're not looking for. You'll get a treasure, but once you pick up, let's say there's 3 there, or 3 areas. If you pick up one treasure in an area, it focuses it down even more, so you only have 2 areas left, and you just keep doing that until you get to the final area with the treasure that you're actually looking for. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to travel this area and try to get and claim my candlestick. So right now we're pretty close to the actual treasure site itself. Now if you take a look at the compass below it, once I get to it, you know, it flashes a bit, and then that symbol that was on the map disappears. Now you might be wondering, okay, well, where do I go now? This is where the eye comes in that you had quick keyed. So you go ahead and you hit, you tap up on your directional pad, and it gives you this. Now you might be thinking, okay, well, it looks like it's heading this way, so it's over here, right? Nope. For whatever reason, it's actually the opposite way. Don't ask me why this is. So you just head along until you try to find it. Now the cooldown for the eye is kind of lengthy, so if you still can't find it, just give a little bit of time for it to cool down and just activate it again. But I think it's, according to this, it's down this way. And I don't see it. Oh, there it is. And it's going to be painfully obvious that that's your dig site. So you go ahead and tap X to excavate. And this right here will be different from what you're going to have. You're not going to have the shovel. You acquire the shovel like later on, you know, through upgrading, you know, your rank. The only thing you're going to be concerned about is your digging tools, as well as your eye. So what you want to do is just pick any area you want on the in your dig site and just highlight it and tap X. Now you're going to get, like, square wise, there's going to be like red, which means you're way off base, orange, which means you're still off base but you're getting there, yellow means you're getting, you know, really close, and then green is you're right on top of it. And from what I recall, like, I think it's 1 or 2 away if it's like yellow. So we're just gonna go ahead and hit that. Nope, that's not it. Oh no, that's way off. Nope. Man, I am so far off. Well, it has to be in the middle here. Yes, it is. So once you do that, once you find the green, go ahead and tap L2. just start using X to dig, and you slowly start to uncover it. And as you can see on the very top of your screen, you have a timer, so that's just something to keep aware of. And so I found it, so I can just start just going anywhere in the map and attempt to find, you know, an item that might be buried in there, which I may not find it. Because sometimes you can find gold or just weapons or... Oh, I actually did find something. Plague Doctor's Gauntlets. And typically once you find, you know, if you haven't already found like the candlesticks before, like the three, they'll say they'll send it off overnight, and it gives you information about, you know, these particular candlesticks. And that's pretty much it. Now with these regular treasures that you can get, you can pretty much sell them anywhere. And that's another way, you know, for those of you who are looking to get a little bit extra money, because I know that's a thing on here, you know, just trying to get, you know, gold for mounts or what have you. That's an option, you know, alongside of dailies, you know, to get that extra cash, you know, just sell your treasures off. But that's all I wanted to talk to you guys for today. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if there's anything that, which I probably did forget something in the Antiquities, but if you have any questions, just put it down in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer as best as I can. And I hope to talk to you guys real soon. Take care.